Oh, Sana Makumalo shared this cute video on her Facebook. It seems like she is babysitting. Look at that cute baby's hands. Such a chunky baby. God, may you please hear Makumalo's prayers and cries and grant her the ability to have children of her own. She is a natural when it comes to being a mother in nature. That she is. Now let's get into Uthando Nesthembu review. Sana, what's coming up? What's coming up on Uthando Nesthembu? I'm shocked. Now, Umacele is having a huge outburst on Ubabake saying family retreats was actually a waste of time, which I did say this in one of my reviews, that family retreats is not going to help this family move forward. And I must say that I do feel like Umayeni, Umacele, and not Umacele, Umayeni, Umakumalo, and Umangwabe, they were not taking the retreats seriously. They were not taking this family retreats seriously. They were there to just play jokes, However, Umacele une outburst bandla uthi nje yazini she knows that Umakumalo had tried IVF several times. And honestly speaking, guys, I believe Umacele. Let me tell you why. Umakumalo told us that she bought a house and she couldn't share this information with the other wives. It was in secret. I do believe that Umakumalo, as a married man, she could have never bought a house without informing her husband, which then makes me to say Umusa knew that Umakumalo have already bought the house, but they couldn't tell the other wives. So if they decided that, you know what, let's try the in vitro, the IVF thing, privately, because IVF, guys, it does not have 100% chance. Okay, it's also have chances of failing. So perhaps Umakumalo didn't want to come back and explain herself that, hey, the IVF failed this and that and the other thing. I believe that statement. Two, I do believe that they always talk about IVF and leave us hanging. Even now, like last season, they were legit talking about IVF and they left us hanging. There is no updates on the IVF. Did it happen, or why it didn't happen? Like, states the reason why it couldn't happen, this, that, and the other thing. So when Umacele is having that outburst, I'm like, ma'am, I believe you. Umusa and Umakumalo, they do have secrets. And I think that's one of the reasons that makes their relationship to collapse right now, is perhaps Umakumalo felt left out on this decision, number 5, and she feels like, bro, me and you have been sharing secrets, okay, and hide them from the other wives. Why did you left me out on this one? Perhaps, okay, I could be wrong. Now, they say that also Umakumalo tried to have a surrogacy, okay, so which then means they brought someone Mzumbe to stay Mzumbe with Umakums, so that person, I guess, was going to try and conceive children. So this means it was gonna make her a surrogacy, right? So again, that was in secret. So how did Umacele find out? That's the real question that we need to be asking ourselves. If indeed it was done in secret, they didn't want the other wife to find out, how did Umacele find out then? Right? But I'm just like, I'm so annoyed that Umacele is having all this outburst to Ubabake, but those are things that perhaps she wanted them to be ironed out, and they had an opportunity. They were together, they were in a family retreat, but she still chose to keep her feelings towards herself. So I'm just like, ma'am, I don't care what you say, honestly. What you say right now, it's a gossip, okay? You were with this person, you were in a family retreat, you called someone to help you. If you wanted to address her, you had an opportunity. You legit had an opportunity to address her, but you chose not to address her. So whatever that you want to say right now, zip it does not matter. Now, again, the 3 people whom I'm strongly believe that they did not take the family retreat serious had a getaway. They went out. Guys, can you all believe that Umakumalo and Umayeni are now besties? Which I don't believe. Like, Sana, like, I'm annoyed by Umakumalo and Umayeni, and I will tell you why. these two people had a huge fight last season. This season, I honestly want to see them ironing things out and say, hey, I know that I stepped on your toes last season. I'm sorry. These were my reasons. And another person said, these are my reasons. Remember that Khumalo called Umayeni delusional, and Umayeni indirectly accused Khumalo of poisoning Nini, because she said that after Nini visited Khumalo's house, he had a food poisoning reaction. And I was like, ma'am, and I don't know if someone were to accuse me of poisoning their child, that person will never be my friend, would never be my anything, okay? Like, I don't even see how me and that person can even coexist in the same space. Ma'am, you accused me of wanting to kill your child, so why do you want the same person in your space? You get what I mean? So that friendship is fake. It's not genuine. They are forming an alliances, and it's disgusting to watch old women forming alliances as if they are 18. These people are not 18. These people are close to their 40s. Some are already 40. Some are approaching 40. Like, it's just disgusting to watch, honestly speaking. Anyways, anywho's, we move on to that, okay? We're now watching who? Musa and Uthobile. Seems like they're gonna have a heart-to-heart, okay? And Uthobile, I don't know whether she's kind of admitting wrong. I'm like, ma'am, I've been waiting for those words to come out of your mouth forever, okay? Vele mama wrong uyingane yourself, okay? Ukome indoda eshadile wrong, because you need to acknowledge your actions hurt Umacele. Yes, along the journey, along the way, you tried to mend the relationship and be close with Umacele. But guys, really, if Umacele never got healed or got over the fact that Shembandla, she was brigged, bamshaye ngestina, an 18-year-old or a 19-year-old umshaye ngestina endodeni yakhe. If really she never got over that, and I do understand ukuthi common denominator la uEthel King. uEthel King uyena oqhatha abafazi bakhe, because uEthel King uyena owayibonela ingane ena 19 kwathi uyayithanda futhi ufuna ukuyishoda, okay? So really ingane, like Khumalo did nothing much, akenzanga lutho okutheni. I mean, when you're 19 you're easily manipulated. I understand that, but for her as an adult now, because she's old now, she reflects, and she's like, oh flip, perhaps dating a married man was not a wise decision. And I'm like, clock it's Khumalo, because definitely it was not, okay? It was not a wise decision. Also, this week we are going to see a glimpse of Usamke. Usamke, at this point, she is a supporting cast. Like, how many weeks have passed without us seeing her? It has been so many weeks now. So we're finally gonna see a glimpse of Usamke bandla. And we are like, oh, we're so happy for you, Samke. We finally get to see you. But yeah, I don't know. I do feel like this season will end without them Selegu wives coming together to accept Umakwela as their sister wife. And also, I feel so bad for Usamke, because it seems like Umamkulu also said she doesn't want to shoot with Usamke this season. Because last season they were having lunch. They also went on a getaway at one point, but this season it's not happening. I haven't seen Umakwela and Umacele hanging out together. So maybe she does feel a bit remorseful. Uguti, she betrayed the other wives. I don't know. I can never know. Okay. But yeah, guys, marriage ka Thobile no ka Mosamselegu uyashake, like yazini, like oh Sanalmani ku shaky ku rough on that side. Things are just not stable at all. It's sad, guys, because Uthobile was one wife that was super submissive, and I do believe if Mosamsele were to lose Uthobile Khumalo, it's a big loss. It's a big loss, rather. It's a big loss from his side. He had one good wife there. Like, he had one great wife.
Okay, guys, we are Gowisha because of Umgo. It's part of my life. Engowisha kakhulu ke namhlanje. Ukuthi umpilo akabuyi namhlanje emsebenzini. Uzolala kakhulu kwakhe ngoba ku closer to la azobe besebenzela khona. Hambe nesikhwama. Futhi manje seyimina ngamdrop emsebenzini. Sifika nini la khona i-teenager seyilala kamngani wayo sondezela umsebenzi. I was never ready for ukukhula komntwana. Ngeke Jesus ngicabanga ukuyomlanda mayiqeda ukusebenza. Because uthakafuni kungi-inconvenience. Khuluma isingisi. But kenze njani? Kaze kagowisha. Uyazi ngiyabona usuku liyahamba impela liyakhuphuka ilanga liyela ngokuyozilahla kunina kodwa I'm like umntanami akabuyi hambe nesikhwama. Guys, kenze njani? Ngeke kaze kagowa ngimcade. Jesus.
Guys, last week's episode ended with Uma Khumalo speaking to a clinical psychologist, Usis Nonto. Now, guys, I must say that the way Uma Khumalo is hurt by this number 5, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I'm failing to understand really where is she coming from. I understand. And also, ama reasons agawabengayo for me are just, I don't know, they are just so weak. As someone who was really in support of Indaba number 5 and who understood Indaba number 5 for so many years. Yes, I get that she's saying Umusa broke your promise, but Umusa usexolisile yindaba kungasadlulwa ke kuleyo ndaba, because she's the one wife who stood beside her husband and said, listen, I understand Indaba number 5. Now she comes back, she's like, oh, I was hurt by the song, I was hurt by this. Ma'am, please, we ain't your children. If you don't want to tell us really what's bothering you, rather don't be on the reality TV show, honestly, And the fact that she kept on crying, the last time that she met up with Musamseleku, their meeting really didn't end well. She also said it was Lalela Musa, oh, it seems like me and you will never see eye to eye, and it is what it is. Let's end this meeting. Again, with Usis Nonto, she's crying. She feels like she's touched by something, or she's truly hurt by something, or betrayed even. And I get where she comes, like Umusa maybe kind of belittled her and said, listen, whatever that you're contributing to what this family, it's nothing, because it's just by the way. That's being belittled. I get where is she coming from with that statement. However, when she narrates herself and says she is mad at Umusa because of Indaba number 5, that's where I'm failing to understand her. That way I do not get her. Like, I just don't. I am so sorry, Makums. I just do not get you. I'm failing to understand where you're coming from with everything else. Like, I'm just failing to understand. So, yeah, that's what we're going to see today is Makhumalo picking up where she left off with Usis Nonto, talking about her marriage and her relationship with the other sister wives. I must say that I find it very funny that when they walked in, again, it seems like they are also going to have a family section. When they walked in, they announced themselves as Istimela Sasemzombe. That's the term that was highly used by Umaxele, referring that Yena herself, Ageko Estenjini, and abantu abasesithenjini Istimela Sasemzombe. So now that Istimela Sasemzombe is no longer Istimela Sasemzombe, since every wife have their own house now, they just feel like they should be spicy, and Sanalwani, I'm just like, I
I'm like, hey, Sanalwami. I don't know. Hey, I do not know what to say. But honestly speaking, I did say this on my last review that I don't see this family walking out of this family retreats stronger and united, So honestly, the purpose, maybe if the purpose of this family retreats is to make sure that the family becomes stronger and united again, I'm sorry, I just don't see it happening. I'm so sorry, but I do not see it happening whatsoever. I honestly do not see this family saying, oh, now we are working out of the family retreats, we are stronger and united and we shall stick together. Because they are still throwing jabs at each other. They are in a family retreat where they are supposed to be fixing things and see the way forward. How can they move forward as a family? But they are throwing jabs at each other. They are like seriously throwing jabs at each other. Things like, oh, it's na sistemela sasemzumbe. You know what I mean? Like, it's unnecessary. It is unnecessary, especially because uMacele Shembandla did ask ukuthi yazini ngifuna ukwazi kubafazi bakaMusa ukuthi why kungathi mina I'm a common denominator, I'm enemy number one, okay? And they failed to explain their story. Their story was whatever that was being said by their husband. So the fact that they would want to rekindle their relationship, friendship through uMacele, it's quite annoying, honestly, I must say. For me, I find it a bit annoying.
Nesthembu. Guys, honestly, I cannot stop admiring Makhumalo's beauty and intelligence. And to think that Ubabake, Uthando King, really is about to lose out on this woman, because honestly we do not know, but I do know that Makhumalo did say that she will announce, or she will tell us after the 15th of June if she and Mseleko are still married. But anyway, let's get into this review. So the family is still in the family retreats. Honestly speaking, I don't know if anything good will come out of this family retreats, really, because Mayeni doesn't want to say anything. She goes like, no, I'm fine, I really don't need this therapy. I think if there is one person who needs a therapy, it is Umusa himself. So you can just tell, Uguti, honestly, I don't see this family coming out stronger after this family retreats. Also, when Umayeni was asked how is the relationship, or how is the relationship between her and the other wives, she does say, Uguti, for many years they've not been getting along. So probably it won't be something that will be an easy fix. It won't be fixed in one day. It will probably take time. And yeah, guys, honestly, yeah, I don't know, guys, like these people, these four wives, were they ever happy just themselves, without number five, because sometimes I ask myself, what broke this family? Why are they here? As it's only because of number five, or they are having wounds that maybe probably we don't know about. Because like things just legit broke because of number five, or as soon as Umusa decided to take number five, he lost support in Umakhumalo especially, and he also fell ill, and we can really tell this family is strained, seriously strained. I must say that I don't like the fact that it seems like the other three are ganging up on uMacele. Like, really, guys, uMacele accepted her man as a polygamist way back, okay? Really, she couldn't stand against number five because she has been accepting that her man is a polygamist. So I don't understand why the other three is against uMacele. Even when she calls Umusa Uthando King, why, okay? And you will hear giggles there and there, and I'm just like, I'm not happy about this. Like, really, I'm not happy about these giggles, because why are they giggling? Like, why are they giggling? Okay, why are they talking about Uthando King? I mean, if Musa is Macele's Uthando King, so this means it's none of our business, you know. It's none of our business and it's none of their business, you know. No one should giggle over that. Like, no one should giggle over Musa being Macele's Uthando King, if you get what I'm trying to say. We'll also see Umakhumalo's session with a therapist, and Umakhumalo will say that, you know, she feels